Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? It's your girl here, MJ's Nia. Welcome to the channel. So yes, there's like three things I'm gonna talk about, but the first thing I'm gonna talk about is the Baltimore Bridge collapse. Wasn't first major accident for the giant container ship Dali. Now, I want to talk about the Baltimore Bridge, but I saw in this article it brought out that this wasn't the first incident. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play. I don't know if y'all saw the bridge already collapse. I'm gonna play the video for you guys so you guys can see it for yourself again as the ship goes under. I think the ship tips it going under or something like that. But let me play it for you guys.
Basically searching for everyone that was potentially on the bridge. As you can imagine, it's the middle of the night. What type of traffic was there? How many workers were there? Workers, they obviously come to a project, but other workers show up sometimes, so that's what we're investigating right now.
So yeah, so that's what's happened. The scary thing about it is a lot of people were saying how they missed near death. A lot of people was posting online how they missed near death of being, possibly in the water with the rest of these other people, because there's other people too that they're still looking for. There was cars that was going across the bridge. They too have fallen down with the bridge. So, and there, I believe some workers too, but they're still looking for people. So this is very, very sad. Very, very sad. So let me go ahead and read some of this article with you guys. It says the cargo ship that struck the Francis Key Bridge in Baltimore early Tuesday, causing it to collapse into the Fridge Platypus River, lost propulsion as it was leaving port, and its crew warned Maryland officials of a possible collision because they had lost control. According to an unclassified Department of Homeland Security report, the vessel notified MD Department of Transportation that they had lost control of the vessel and a collision with the bridge was possible. According to the report by DHS, Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, the vessel struck the bridge, causing a complete collapse. An official confirmed to the U.S. today that the DHS Cybersecurity Agency is working with federal, state, and local officials to understand the potential impacts of this morning's collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge. The document in question pulled from multiple sources to provide a summary of what was known of the event for CISA leadership and other security personnel, and was produced after the event for situational awareness, said an agency official who spoke on conditions to discuss internal communication. The ship Dali was involved in at least one prior accident when it collided with a ship empire in Belgium. That 26th incident occurred as the Dali was leaving port in Antwerp and struck a loading pier made of stone, causing damage to the ship's stern. According to VesselFinder.com, a site that tracks ships across the world, an investigation determined a mistake made by the ship's master pilot was to blame. No one was injured in the crash, although the ship required repair and a full inspection before being returned to service. The pier or berth was also seriously damaged and had to be closed. Vessel Finder reports that the Dali was chartered by, Mattress, the same company chartering it during the Baltimore Harbor incident. And it says, why did the Dali crash into the Baltimore Bridge? Officials says today they're investigating the collision, including whether systems on board lost electricity early Tuesday morning, which could be related to mechanical failure, according to a U.S. official who was not authorized to speak publicly. Accidents at sea, known as marine casualties, are not uncommon, the source told U.S. Today, however, in which moving object strikes a stationary one with catastrophe results are far less common. The investigation of the power loss aboard the Dali, a Singapore flag vessel, will be high priority. So, in the video posted to social media, lights on the Dali shut off, then turned back on, then shut off again before the ship struck a support pier on the bridge. So let me show you guys this video that they're talking about on social media. Y'all, I don't know about y'all, but this video gave me chills. I mean, I don't know what those people were probably thinking when they were driving across, or the people who was on there that was, you know, who were working that was not aware of the situation. Some were aware, but some weren't. And it's like, can you imagine you're driving across the bridge, or you're working on the bridge, and it just collapsed? You don't know what happened, it just collapsed. It's got to be the most scariest thing ever. But yeah, I just want to share some of this information with you about the bridge. But let's go on to this Diddy talk, shall we? So before I go any further, before I wrap up the, you know, the Baltimore bridge collapse, you know, part of this video, I wanted to play something for you guys. There's people who are more interested in the bridge instead of the victims. So let me play this audio for you guys real quick, and then I'm gonna talk about the person who talked about the victims.
How long is it going to take to rebuild this, Mayor?
I think right now, sir, listen, we shouldn't even be having that discussion right now. The discussion right now should be about the people, the souls, the lives that we're trying to save. There will be a time to discuss about a bridge and how we get a bridge back up. But right now, there are people in the water that we have to get out, and that's the only thing we should be talking about.
So I was looking for this video. Like, their concern was about the bridge. They were more concerned about the bridge, and I like his response. And this is the mayor. Excuse me. This is the mayor. I had to figure out who. Yeah, the mayor of Baltimore. I liked his response on this. Like, I noticed that a lot of people are concerned about the bridge. I'm not too concerned about the bridge. I'm concerned about who is at the bottom of that water. That's my concern, is the people. So then again, y'all worrying about materialistic things, because a bridge is a material, it's an item, it's an object, it's not something that's important. You can rebuild that, but you cannot rebuild those people that's down there that is dead. You cannot rebuild them. So I like his response. And this was off a HuffPost on Yahoo News. Baltimore mayor praised for his response to question about rebuilding the Key Bridge. So there's something else I want to bring out too as well. So somebody came and tweeted, I don't know how to pronounce this person's said this is Baltimore's DEI mayor commenting on the collapsed Franchise Scott Key Bridge. It's going to get so much worse. Prepare accordingly. Okay, kind of disrespectful. And I found this on a blog. It's Sipping with Tea. I'll put her name there. But yeah, let me go on. So the response was back to that one. It was like, since everyone is meeting Mayor Brandon Scott of Baltimore today, let's spice things up with 5 intriguing facts. Youngest ever elected to office at 34, started in politics as a teen, showcasing early leadership, a die-hard Ravens fan, never misses a game. Okay? And then somebody actually responded to this woman. It's Yvette Carnell, which I'm subscribed to her channel. I'm subscribed to her YouTube channel. That's really, really odd. But yeah, what a coincidence. It says DEI accusations are meant to indicate that someone didn't earn their position, that they were appointed higher because they're a minority, not the most qualified. Hard to make this claim against a black mayor who was elected in a majority black city. These aren't smart people. So she's responding back to the person who's saying it's going to get so much worse. Prepare accordingly. It's like, child. And it says, all I know is if I was the mayor and received an urgent call at 2 a.m. about a bridge collapse, I'm showing up wearing Christmas pajamas in March and definitely not wearing a bra. Kudos to Brandon Scott for doing better than I would, and F the haters. So I like his response. I thought it was excellent. Like I say, I'll put this, I'm gonna see if I can put this as a link in the description box so you can see for yourself. Like, people were like so concerned about the mayor, and he's 34 years old, and shout out to the people who step up, okay? Who step up and show him respect. Shout out to those people. And these people concerned about the bridge, go somewhere. But anyway, back to the original video. So, if you already know about Diddy homes in LA and Miami, both were raided by the federal agents. They were both raided, right? So, his sons, King and Justin, got arrested. Not quite sure where's the daughters at, but they got arrested. I heard that they were back out and they went to go grab their belongings later on. I think today, an hour ago or something like that, after they got arrested and released it. So, a lot of people are confused. I hear a lot of people, they're a little confused around this case. So I'm guessing there's a lot of people who I'll say that P. Diddy blinded, you know, because even my brothers, they even know and heard of the things that Diddy has been accused of. So let me take you down a little history. So years ago, when my mom was alive, back in 2016, I was singing, you know, a song, I think it was by Mace, P. Diddy, and Biggie. Biggie was already dead when this song had came out. And the funny thing about it was, when I was singing it, my mom was like, I don't understand why you singing this man's song or listening to it, because I was listening to it in my room. And she was like, talking about P. Diddy, you know, he owes Mace money. They fall out with each other. And allegedly, he was accused of Biggie's and Tupac's death. So I don't know if you guys have heard of that. He's been accused of multiple deaths, of multiple people. It's crazy. They've been talking about this for years on YouTube. Anybody who talked about Diddy, about the sexual allegations or the abuse that he has put on women who he claimed that he loved, that he physically abused, it was not just Cassie, it was other women too before her. You were a hater. Like, why are you talking about this black man? He's a successful black man. Why are you talking about him? A lot of people were, you know, got dragged for years for talking about P. Diddy. And my mom was one of those people who will speak out against him to other people, like face to face, and people like, oh no, not P. Diddy. But you know, there has been videos. So I'm just gonna kind of scan across one of the YouTubers here. So this is Lovely T. A lot of people have been talking about P. Diddy. She's one of them. And in this video, Aubrey talks about, you know, and she was from Danny Kane, and you see, and when I remember when people would talk about Danny Kane, I would be like, well, they were has-beens, you know, they had their chance. But come to find out, Diddy, everybody who was underneath Diddy wasn't successful. Like, they either had to leave and go somewhere else, but if you stayed underneath Diddy, you weren't successful. You just weren't, because it's his rules or the highway. So let me play this clip for you guys. And like I said, this is from Lovely T's channel. I'll put a link in the description, because she gives a mini breakdown on what's going on with P. Diddy. And for all the people who say they did not know, honey, then you must have not been on the YouTube streets. Let me play this video for you guys.
Basically admitting that the real reason why she was kicked out of Danny D. Kane is because of sexual reasons, is because Diddy was doing things to her. And if you go back and you watch Making of the Band, the few clips that you can find online, you can tell there was more to it than her just changing her appearance. You know what I'm saying? He was very controlling and very creepy. Y'all check this out.
Thing you could imagine why somebody would want to fire somebody.
Can you give us a little more?
I wasn't willing to do what was expected of me. Not talent-wise, but in other areas.
And were other girls doing?
I was the only one that was in those types of positions.
Wow. When you look back on that, how does that make you feel?
You know, I have such a love-hate with it all, because I don't think I would have been able to be so successful in so many other areas had I not been trained under Diddy. He was the hardest person that you can work for, and it was torture. And not the work part of it, but the other stuff. Mind games, like just all the girls were so divided, and the men and the people running it had their hands in it, moving everything. There was a lot of betrayal. There was a lot of lies. There was a lot of, you know, when you're young and impressionable, and we understand our beauty as women through the eyes of the people observing us. Well, who's observing us? Men. So we learn our beauty through a man's eye, which is very subjective. So it's difficult when you're that young to understand your worth as a woman through the men that I was around, and that was very traumatic. I don't think any of us have healed from that. Diddy would be like, you're not hot anymore. Like, what happened? You don't have anything, like, you don't have any curves. You're looking like you're not looking like, I can't get people to think that you're my good looking person. And there was no Me Too at that time. There was no protecting anyone at that time. You signed a million NDAs and a million contracts that took away all your rights. So you really were operating in an environment that you had no control in.
On top of that, there was also audio that came out a while ago that's now going viral again. A Future basically calling out Diddy in these weird ass parties, where, Future's like, I don't want to go to any parties with Diddy. We've also had that video of Diddy on Revolt with Nori and Fabulous where he's calling him daddy. Diddy's just a weirdo. He just gives me bisexual weirdo tease. Check this out.
We got motherfucking Ciroc. Damn, we got all this liquor. And y'all want Diddy to come to my room, but this nigga ain't even brought no Ciroc. I don't want this nigga around me. He a old ass bitch.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed, at all. Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
What the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes. And we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen,
we having a good time, yo. Usher made it in the... Hey, yo.
I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
I was so mesmerized, I don't even know what you're talking about. I was just so blown away by the stamina, the connection, being able to be connected,
I'm gonna link to this video down below. Y'all can go watch the rest. Every time I watch these clips, I've been seeing these clips of him and Nickelodeon doing that little skit with the kids. It's alarming because I've been young looking at him growing up, and I had to talk about Nickelodeon because there's a clip of P.Diddy in Nickelodeon, one of the Nickelodeon shows where they're doing something weird, trying to wake this boy up. And I know y'all see that clip. I might find it, but it's just weird. All this stuff is just weird. Me watching this stuff as a kid growing up, and it's like, I'm looking back at this stuff and I'm like, man, this stuff was weird. This stuff was odd. Like how the way Usher's just standing there and he's talking to him, and Usher was staying with him and they were wrestling. He was wrestling him when he was a child, like younger kid, teenager. He was wrestling him over a cereal. It's just giving me pedo vibes, and I just don't like it. It's a lot of things that's coming out now. Y'all weren't even the ones that were really talking about it. Like the people who really was talking about it and keeping up with this was, like 50 Cent. 50 Cent has talked about P. Diddy as well, just right along with Future. This ain't the first time. So, Black Femininity, she has made a video about the bad boy curse. Make sure you go check her out.
World famous record executive and businessman with a multi-million-dollar media empire that includes clothing lines, restaurants, alcohol, and a media company. Diddy has also been the face of the hashtag Black Excellence movement, advocating for the success of Black entrepreneurs and artists. But like most capitalists and wealthy moguls fronting the Black Excellence movement, Diddy has been accused of exploiting people who worked under him. I've already told you guys the story about Khalees and her allegations about Pharrell and Chad Hugo keeping all of the profits from her first 2 albums. For years, Bad Boy's most high-profile artists and proteges have aired out their grievances with the music mogul, alleging they had traumatic experiences with Bad Boy. Diddy has also been accused of stealing royalties and harsh treatment of his artists once the honeymoon phase is over. Did Diddy accumulate all of his wealth and success by exploiting his artists? And is his Black Excellence campaign all a facade? It's currently Black Music Month, so I thought I'd share this one with you guys. This rabbit hole is deep, so please get ready to dive in. From
Alright, I'll leave a link to this channel as well. This is Black Femity. This thing goes deep. There's so many documentaries about this man on YouTube, and I just don't understand how nobody ever took the time to see it. Like, there's things coming out about Nickelodeon right now as well. You know, a lot of people over the years been talking about all these big, huge, you know, how you call them? The big ones, the ones with the billionaires, the multi-million, well, the billionaires mostly. The billionaires, they're the ones that's in charge of a lot of this stuff, the human trafficking. Oh yeah, like I said, people have been talking about P.Diddy for years. He's been accused of stealing.
Yo, how dare this nigga told me he want receipts? Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts, nigga. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts, nigga. You need more proof, nigga? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts. And I sign it, nigga. Because I ain't need the money. All money ain't good money. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that, nigga. You know who to play with, nigga.
Human trafficking. This ain't the first time I heard of this. He's been accused of even causing deaths, allegedly, for years. And I'm sorry, too many people are talking. There's too many different interviews about him that's coming out.
Puffy, you was on Bad Boy. You know, looking at this lawsuit, Cassie, she claims that her and Diddy had freak-off sessions where they would get a male
You
prostitute.
talking about the freak-off session where they used to do in the studio and all of that over different entertainers' houses and stuff? Where they be having them parties where they won't invite you to? And they be like, we having a party tonight, but this ain't your kind of party. You be like, yeah, I ain't going. I don't want to go. Freak-off parties? When you go in there, and it be, yo, let me tell you something. We used to go in the club. We go into the nightclub, right? And we go and get to the VIP. All of these girls come around the VIP and they just be standing there. And like, let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna get back with you. We gotta rewind this back. We used to go to when we go to the club, we used to have these bottles, right? And on this bottle, they be regular Moet bottles. On them bottles right there, they've been to have something to make the girls be real slippery and all of this kind of stuff. So when you get up, they be like, don't touch them bottles right there and only drink them bottles right there. So we already knew what the drill was. You just don't mess with them bottles, right? Then all of the girls is in the club after a while. They all running, opening up their mouth like little birds. He's running around just popping pills in their mouth. Pop, pill, 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 pill. And then that was the party. But all of the females that was in it, that's what they wanted. That was what party. It was part of the hip hop culture. We ain't see nothing wrong with it until Bill Cosby got in trouble. He did one too many. Man, look. I used to, let me tell you something, I don't mean to cut you, this funny. I used to, you know, we used to be on the road, you know, you'd be like, yo, let me go to my Puff room, see what they doing. And you knock on Puff door, he'd be sitting there damn near butt naked. You ever just had a grown ass man answer his hotel door butt naked and they'd be like, come on in? You'd be like, I'll come back. You ever close your eyes, you be like, I guess you're not presentable. And then walk away, because see what happens is if they be like, come on in, and then you come on in, they be like, this man just came into my room. I'm sitting there butt ass naked. I told him to come on in, and he came on in. You be like, so what's going on for the day? Acting like you don't notice he there naked. You be like, bro, put some clothes on. What are you doing? Walk. I don't want to see you naked. Grown man stuff. Yo, that's kind of disrespectful. So when you get that's called the test off. How you make sure you breaking in. Yo, call the artist up here to the room, tell him I want to have a meeting by my tub. He be in there by the tub and stuff, soaking and stuff, butt ass naked. You be like, how the hell am I supposed to have a meeting with a nigga butt naked in the tub? Nah, man, come back, man. Let me know when you presentable. That and then freak off parties, man. Listen, I'm not an angel. I ain't never did nothing morally incorrect, but I definitely not. The girls definitely have my share of pretty women and being famous. It just came with the life. But also what came with it was a lesson. Also, what came with it was, you know what, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and still expect to find somebody to truly love you. That right there, those kind of parties kept me from finding somebody who really cared about me. And it took me to leave those kind of parties, those kind of people, all that energy alone, just to even better understand me. That's what I did. That's why I've been. That's why I totally vanished from everything and said, you know, I'm gonna be a better man, a stronger man. And that's what I recommended that he do. I'd be like, bro, it's time for you to be a stronger, bigger person. But he still wanted to remain minute. And that's what's happening to him today. See him.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Him opening up the door naked, man. That's weird behavior.
Yeah. Anytime a man's naked around you and they feel comfortable with being naked around you, you know what I'm saying? You be like, something ain't right, man. What do you know what I mean? You know, I knocked on the door. You knew it was another dude at the door. Like when I knocked, you know what I'm saying? Then you can just go open the door. Come on in. Walking with his butt out. You know, nah, I just closed the door. I see you later, bro. I guess y'all not ready for the day. So that's weird behavior.
If you have not heard some of the interviews is crazy. One of them was a guy who worked around P. Diddy. I don't know who he was, but he said that when they had a group of girls come over, they had a set of bottles lined up, and one bottle, line-up bottles were to a certain side was for the men, and the other bottles was for the women. And he would tell them, don't drink the ones that belongs to the women, because there's something that's going inside those bottles for the women. So I'm telling you right now, it's just a whole lot of crazy stuff. So if you've been living underneath the rug and you're like, oh, they're lying about this black man and all this other mess, they're mad that he's a billionaire or whatever, he's making all this money and da 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 da, they're upset he's black excellence, you might want to do your research on him. It's a lot of history behind him. Not only the YouTubers talk about him, but other celebrities have talked about him in the past that have no career. Mace is one of them. So somebody can't be lying. Not everybody can't be lying on this guy. It can't be everybody. So yeah. Also, I wanted to bring out some interesting things with about this to the next topic. So the first thing was, I think 21 hours ago, it said on this day in 1997, Life After Death was released. On the same very day that he got raided, Notorious B.I.G. had and I remember this album because I heard it when I was a little girl, Life After Death. It belonged to my brothers. My mom wouldn't allow me to buy things like this, but I wanted to bring that out. That was very interesting. Very interesting. And then, if y'all did not know, Carisha. If y'all know the story with Carisha was, dating him or whatever. I don't know what she was, like a side piece. I have no clue. He has multiple women. Diddy has multiple women. They were like, where Carisha at? She says, right here, what's up? I also find it very interesting too, was Carisha was supposed to go live streaming, and the funny thing about it was, as she was going to go live stream on TikTok, she didn't do it again. After Diddy had got it raided, she didn't went live stream again. And how I know this? Lovely Milagograms. I probably might show a clip of it to let you guys see that she blocked or banned Milagograms, and Millie pretty much like came back. She went and posted. As she was posting it, she was talking trash. I'll show you the video. I thought it was funny.
It's insane to think how at one point in time we were saying Young Miami and Diddy were goals. They said Young Miami is a bird brain bitch just full of surgery and dumb as rocks. Where's Young Miami? Young Miami, get the fuck up. Young Miami, get the fuck up out of here. Young Miami, after taking $1 million deal with the DA to testify against Diddy. Child, they done got Raymonte. Let me bookmark this. I like that video. That's funny. Young Miami fumbled. The City Girls could have been bigger, but she want to chase behind Diddy. They said Young Miami gonna have to denounce him at some point, or she gonna get dragged for the rest of her career. They said she was going on TikTok. Post has been deleted. Let me retweet that. his girl. What? Like that hoe can't go on TikTok, but she can block me on Twitter? Girl, fuck you.
All right.
I don't give a fuck.
But yeah, I'll leave a link down below in the description so you can go see that for yourself. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting how she was blocking somebody and she was about to go live stream on TikTok and she didn't do it after Diddy got raided. So it's crazy. Well, she still blocked this person, but she didn't went live streaming again. I guess she didn't want everybody coming attacking her. So I also want to share something from the Breakfast Clubs with you guys. I'm going to play this for you guys. And I don't know what's been going on. A lot of people have been questioning up the Breakfast Club lately. They're like, are they even getting all their facts, or they just don't even care either? So they're not even a reliable source anymore at this point. Let me play this for you guys.
In LA and in Miami yesterday afternoon, and we have the news report. Search warrant. You know what's crazy? That I have here that Diddy was not named as the focus of the investigation at this time. So why was they doing all that?
That's what I don't understand.
It's a lot going. It's like for a show.
That's what I said last night. I was thinking to myself, what do they know about this situation? Because if he's not the focus of the investigation, he wasn't the focus of the investigation to Homeland Security, but he definitely was the focus of the investigation to social media.
Yeah, he was. You know,
it was a show. I mean, the way that they came air, land, and sea. They act like he was with the mob, and they were gonna have a gun battle and a gun shootout. We've never seen anything like that for alleged whatever it was, but they act like they were going for the mob.
But clearly they know something if they did all of that. So I'm just saying, what is the why is what I want to know.
Yeah, I mean, they placed both of his sons, Justin Combs and King Combs, in handcuffs. TMZ also tracked Diddy's personal jet, Love Air LLC, and is currently on the ground in Antigua, which is in the Caribbean, which sparked rumors that Diddy was fleeing or whatever. But then TMZ posted like 2 hours after his homes were raided that he was just walking around on the phone. You know what I mean?
Did they have warrants for Diddy? They have warrants for nobody, right?
To arrest anybody?
Yeah.
No, because they would have been arrested. I guess they had a warrant to look what they were to
investigate.
Yeah, investigate what they were looking for.
And then they bothering Carisha online. I seen on X somebody said, "Well, where Carisha at?" And like thousands of people reposted it. And she said, "Right here, what's up?" But I'm just like, Carisha, you don't have to say nothing. Like you don't. You really don't know. Like don't say nothing because these people. You know what I mean?
It feel like we watching a TV show.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
like in the TV show just starting to get good.
It's continuing here.
And we about to figure out what the hell's been going on.
So federal agents raided Diddy's home.
So a lot of people was in the comments and they basically were pretty much saying the same thing I was thinking. Like, what's going on with the Breakfast Club? Like, are they listening to what they're saying? Like, are they understanding what the video, what the video that they just posted? Did they understand why his house was raided? When your house gets raided, especially by Homeland Security, it's not for nothing. That means that you did something very bad. You did something awful. You did something very awful. It's really bad. And they have some proof of it. They got enough proof. They can't just go and be like, oh, here you go, here you go. Like, we're just going to go and just raid this person for no reason at all. No, it has to be concrete evidence. And then whatever they're looking for is they're looking for more proof in there as well for whatever they're looking for. So it's just ridiculous to me. So let me read some of these comments. So basically they were saying, where Angela E at? She was the smartest one. I don't think Homeland Security will be using hundreds of thousands of resources for a show, but what do I know? They think Homeland Security is there because of some business rumors. My love, each one, teach one. Every day the internet becomes more exhausting, because what? Did CTG ask if HSI had a search warrant, even though the news report leads with search warrant activities? Are they okay? I mean, it's common sense. And they're like, oh, why? Did they even have a search warrant? Oh, what? I tell you, I can't. What is going on? Well, all this stuff that people have been talking about for years about P.Diddy. And then, Jess, honey, what are you doing? Like, she's talking about Carisha. Do you know the backstory behind Carisha? She pretty much have told another girl who was a side piece for Diddy that I will make you eat my Diddy will make you eat my coochie. You know, she has. I mean, Carisha is the same type of evil as Diddy. They're both evil. They both evil-minded spirits. That's where everybody's been coming up to the conclusion. I mean, this is pretty much why she's not progressing in her music career, because of she put everything around Diddy. Like, honey, you need to know the backstory. The Breakfast Club never know the backstory, and I want to let you guys know. I go to the blogs to get stuff about the Breakfast Club. It's either the Shade Room or the Baller Alert or Neighborhood Talk or On Side Misinformation. Somebody. I don't go to their personal page. They're just a lack of resource. Everybody posts them to laugh about them. Like, when are they gonna get the donkey of the day? Like, for reals. And then another thing too was they said that Diddy was accused of fleeing to a secluded island during the home raid, and people was, you know, posting it, right? And then I believe TMZ and Baller Alert, they were posting like Diddy is not on the run, exclusive details. And like all these people were like in the comment was saying, so then why wasn't a kid with him at the airport? This is a paid post by Diddy. Why I feel like Diddy hacked y'all page and wrote this. Hashtag ad. I'm still all about Biggie's dropping life after death on this very day, 3/25/97. That's wild. But there were some people who took up for them, you know, down here and below. But I don't know. There were some people in the comments that were taking up for them. It's just weird at this point that TMZ, and then TMZ was saying that because they saw him at the airport. So let me go find this for you guys. I'm gonna look. Oh, and let me show you guys this. Diddy alleged mule is an ex-hooper. I guess he was an ex-basketball player. So Diddy's mule. So this is where he was getting all his drugs from. Probably to drug those girls' drinks. I don't know. I know he's 25, so he probably came after somebody else. They probably retired of giving Diddy drugs, and he went on to this young boy here because he's 25. So everybody is saying he might snitch. Yeah. But moving along. Okay, so it says Diddy had no idea about federal investigation and made raids on his home. Diddy never saw feds coming. Investigation. Raids came as a surprise. So apparently he's been caught pacing around. Apparently he was supposed to be going on spring break with kids. That's what it said here. That's what the sources said. Tells us Diddy was getting ready to enjoy spring break with his kids. I don't see a kid in sight. Do y'all? I don't see none. Two of his sons was getting locked up. So okay, anyway. Here we go. Here's a plane. Raiding the mansions. We already know this. Okay. I don't know why they're saying it, but I guess they're posting it because they want people to know what's going on. But yeah, we're not buying this. I guess they're trying to say, well, I know they're saying that he wasn't on the plane, but they're saying that they believe that that plane, wherever it landed at on that island, has evidence in there. It might have some key evidence in there. We don't know. This is allegedly. But honey, on spring break with the kids that's not even there. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. We can go back to the video and just wrap this up. I'm done. Well, if you guys do not know, Dollar Tree is rising some prices to $7 as six-figure earners flock to the discount store. So yes, Dollar Tree is rising its prices again to $7, up from the $5 price ceiling set in June. This is crazy. This is like literally crazy. I saw people were talking about this, and I thought it was gonna be. I know the price is gonna be raised, but I thought it was gonna be like maybe $1.75 or $2. No, they're jumping up to $7. And you know, I'm not surprised because didn't they close some stores? Seemed like that's what people's been doing with the companies, been closing some stores. So it doesn't look very good with a lot of companies, these businesses. They're shutting down stores. You know, it just doesn't look real good at all with anything. I've talked about this so many times on this channel about the housing, about the, how there's so much homeless people now, and about how hard it is to find a good, decent paying job, and how people who were hired are now getting fired. So yeah, I've talked about this so many times on this channel. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about these 3 topics that I talked about. The first one was about the Baltimore Bridge collapsing. The second one was about Diddy, both homes getting raided by the federal agents and his sons getting locked up as well in the process. And then you got Dollar Tree, which is no longer should be Dollar Tree. It should be $7, all right, in June. How their prices are gonna be up there, $7. But yeah, let me know what you think of these 3 topics I talked about. And is there any more topics y'all want me to talk about? We can discuss it and have a good conversation about it down below in the comment area. But as of now, I should see y'all later. Peace.
Sharing all their money got me wearing fly. Girl, but I ain't asking. They say they love my ass in 7 G's to religion. I say no, but they keep giving, so I keep on taking. And no, I ain't taking. We can keep on taking. I keep on demonstrating my love, my love, my love, my love. You love my lady lumps, my hump, my hump, my hump. My humps, they got you. Got you, they got you. They got you, got you, they got you.